Let's begin, though, with the government's plan to get Canadians vaccinated against COVID-19. The U.S., the U.K., Germany, and France are all signaling a potential December rollout, but Ottawa has yet to announce dates for a rollout here.
Wait. All right, Ottawa, what you doing? Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well today. My name is Beth, or Queen of Spade. Please do give this video a like, subscribe if you're new, and without further ado, let's throw some spade.
The Prime Minister blames a lack of capacity to make the vaccines here at home, but premiers say they want some more answers. Let's bring in Dominic LeBlanc for those. He's the Minister of...
If I find out that Canada's gone anti-vax, I'm going to just... So we don't want to do that today.
Intergovernmental Affairs, and he's here in Ottawa. Hi, Minister. Great to see you as always.
Hi, Vashti. How are you?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm well. I'm very well, thanks.
Okay, good. So I have a question for you, first of all, on the timing of when your government is going to be announcing how vaccines will roll out. I heard the Prime Minister...
So I don't know why... I don't know what we're doing. Quite frankly, if they're offering vaccines to us, we should be like, thank you. Yes, we'll take them right now. Anyway...
Question period today signal that something more would be coming in the coming weeks. What specifically does that mean? How soon will Canadians know when they're going to be vaccinated?
Please tell us. Please. I want the vaccine. I believe that in this time, mandatory vaccine is probably important. So, I'd like to get rid of COVID. I'm pro-vax. So can we just get on with it?
Vaccinated.
So obviously, Vashti, these vaccines have not yet been approved for use by regulators in Europe or in the United States, and not in Canada. So there's an ongoing effort as the clinical trials are taking place to ensure that Health Canada, for example, it has a rolling review. So
now that I do agree with. We do obviously need to ensure that Health Canada and the CDC are on board with it. Before we go ahead. So I really hope that's the only thing stopping this.
They can be approved as safe and effective as quickly as possible. That's obviously a priority. We have contracts in place with 7 potential vaccine manufacturers, 3 of which appear to be likely to be approved sooner than perhaps the others. We've talked about Pfizer and AstraZeneca and
yeah, let's get that going.
Moderna, for example. We're having ongoing conversations with the premiers. There's another First Minister's call tomorrow evening. We're going to talk about vaccines, and we're going to be explaining to Canadians in the coming days and weeks the plan that has been developed over many, many weeks and months with provinces and territories as to how we're going to quickly, safely, and effectively vaccinate Canadians.
And please do ensure that you are getting vaccinated. So here on my channel, you may have noticed I talk a lot about vaccines. I make fun of the anti-vax community. There's a reason for that, especially right now with the pandemic going on. So please, when we get this vaccine, get the fucking shot.
I just want to be clear. I totally understand your point on the regulators not yet approving these vaccines for use. That, however, hasn't stopped other countries from being much more detailed than this government has been about its own plan. So
now here's the thing. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? I'm kind of on the fence with it because I'm sitting here and I'm like, I do think that the vaccines need to be tested and approved by Health Canada, by the CDC. However, at the same time, other countries have not gotten the approval and have just gone ahead with this vaccine. Some people might say that could be harmful. So I'm leaving that up to you. Let me know down in the comments section what side you're on with this. And just because you're saying that you want to wait for Health Canada and the CDC to approve this before it comes here, does it mean that you are on the verge of being anti-vax? Just think about that.
So I know it's contingent on whether it gets approved, but will that preclude your government from rolling out or sort of announcing a plan should they be approved?
No, of course not. And your question is absolutely fair. Obviously, Canadians are concerned and want to know that the government of Canada, with provinces and territories, have a plan to safely, swiftly make these vaccines available once they're approved. And that plan, frankly, Vashi, has been in the works for many, many months. We have senior Canadian military personnel, for example, working across the government of Canada, working with provinces and territories.
The only thing that's driving me crazy about this is the number of times he says, he's got to practice that.
It's a conversation that's been ongoing because the planning has to be very extensive. I'm very confident that we'll have an efficient, safe, and effective way to roll out these vaccines across the country. But that'll be the subject, again, of a discussion with premiers and the Prime Minister tomorrow evening. And we're going to, in the coming days and weeks, be very clear with Canadians what the plan is from the Government of Canada's perspective, but also, of course, with provinces and territories. You're correct. We don't need to wait for the approvals to reassure Canadians that the plan to roll out the vaccine is effective and robust, and I'm absolutely convinced it will be.
What's the
So are we going ahead with it or not? See, now I'm just confused.
level of information that you'll have for premiers on tomorrow's call? Will you be able, for example, to address Premier Legault's question today that he's very anxious to know the date when we will be able to start vaccinating? Premier Moe in Saskatchewan just held a press conference in which he said that what he's heard from the Prime Minister is quite the opposite of the assurances that the Prime Minister has been providing us as Canadians for a number of weeks and even a month or two. He's saying that, you know, this indication that there's an issue in lag time, that we might be behind other countries.
Now she's doing the
because of domestic capacity to manufacture, is something that he hasn't heard before. So what exactly will be conveyed to the premiers tomorrow?
So again, we're going to talk to them about the contracts we have in place with 7 of the most significant manufacturers of vaccines to deliver, starting very early in 2021, doses of vaccines that are safe and effective, assuming Health Canada has approved them. And we will have, well before that, the logistical plan with provinces and territories. So the premiers can't expect the Prime Minister to have details on how provincial health authorities have the freezers in place and where the particular points of vaccination centers will be in different parts of the provinces. Those are the conversations that have been ongoing, as I said, for many weeks and months.
So guys, I just want to ask you what your opinion on that is. Do you think that we here in Canada, or even elsewhere, wherever you live, do you think that you should be going ahead with a vaccine without proper testing like they're claiming other countries are? Or should we wait? Do you believe that we're going to have this vaccine out at the beginning of 2021? I hope so. So please do let me know down in the comments below. Please give this video a like, subscribe if you're new here. I just hope that we get this all figured out and that we get the vaccines, because I want to get rid of the COVID virus, as I'm sure hoping all the rest of Canada does too. And I am pro-vax, but, you know, even if you're not, let me know what you think about this. Leave it down below. And no matter where you are, what you're doing, I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous day. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Yeah.